Hey guys, welcome back to The Horror with your hostess with the most incredible as always. So we're gonna finish up our questions from you guys. So this is our part 2 Q&A video. So let's go ahead and start off with questions from OG Eric. So he actually has some wrestling questions. First question is, how long have I been a wrestling fan? I first started watching wrestling when I was about like 9-ish, so like back in like 93-ish, watching that and everything. Like 9 to like 14, I was watching everything, and then it kind of got to an age where I feel like you either sort of one of two things. You either kind of continue watching it through your teen years and everything, and like into your adulthood maybe, or you kind of just like sort of lose interest and stop watching it. That's kind of what happened with me. Is I kind of just stopped watching. Plus, two, I mean, I would always get crap from people like, "Oh, wrestling, oh, it's fake and everything." So I was kind of tired of hearing that. And then I started getting back into it about like very end of 2011, like a couple weeks after the elimination chamber match. Just give you an idea. I know that was the year that Daniel Bryan won chamber and won the heavyweight championship and everything. So that's kind of when I started like getting back into it. I've been watching it ever since and everything. So yeah. Second question up is favorite wrestler. Favorite wrestler of all time would have to be Shawn Michaels over here. I've always loved him. Some others from like that era that I loved: Bret Hart, Undertaker. I loved Owen Hart. Stone Cold I liked quite a bit. But yeah, I mean those were some that were like from my like childhood that I loved. Now, some that I really like watching. I'll be honest right now though, like I cannot stand John Cena. Him and Roman Reigns, just, ugh. But like current superstars, like I love Alexa Bliss. I love her. She's a little firecracker and everything. AJ Lee, she's really like the first female wrestler that I really, really fell in love with. Still love her to this day. I know it's never going to happen, but I really wish her and her husband CM Punk would come back. I know it's never going to happen, but wishful thinking. Because I mean, they just made it more interesting, honestly. Like, I think that's pretty hands down. They made it more interesting. But yeah, I just started really getting into like Bobby Roode. I know he was in TNA. I don't really watch any other promotions. I'm a pretty like crappy wrestling fan like that. I always have the intention to watch other promotions. I just never do. I always kind of forget. So whatever. But yeah, I mean, there's some good ones. I like Bray Wyatt, even though they keep kind of like trashing him. They kind of keep it, giving him a push and then like stop. I like Dolph Ziggler. Once again, he's another wrestler that like they just kind of like they kept giving him great pushes, and now it's just like, but that's WWE's fault. Whatever. Last one from OG Eric. All-time favorite match. I know this is so like cliche to say because I know everyone always kind of says this match, but Savage Steamboat WrestleMania 3. Because even though I wasn't watching at the time, when I did watch that, rented it from a video store or whatever, and this was way before I even knew like that was like slated as like one of the best matches ever. Like I just was like, whoa, dude! Like it was such a great match and everything. It just some like great high flying moves and everything. But you weren't really seeing that all that much, especially in WWE. So just an amazing match. Like I said, I know it's so cliche to kind of say, but I love it. And there is another match that I was watching a couple years ago between 1-2-3 Kid and crap. What was the guy's name? God, I can't think of his name, but it was like an Asian. I think it was from Japan. it's gonna come to me after this video, but he was the one who had like all like the Japanese writing all over his body. I think it was at like SummerSlam or something, or like an In Your House. I should check and see which one it was, but I watched that a couple years ago. Kind of forgot about, because I think it was like around 95, 94, 95. 95 is a notoriously bad year for WWE. But that match, it kind of stuck out to me because it was during that time, and those two guys put up such a great match and everything, and it's a shame because no one ever talks about that match. So just that one up there is up there too as a match. Just, I feel like an underrated match, I should say. So, but yeah, those are my favorite matches. So next one up, we have a question from the fan of YouTube, who, go check him out, by the way, too. He does some really great reviews, talks a lot about wrestling and stuff as well. And he asks, what is the all-time worst movie I regret seeing? Just an absolute crap fest. That is pretty easy. This actually, I had never heard of this movie until Horror Pack sent it out like ages ago, and this was their first DVD limited edition, and that movie is Carl. Oh my god, talk about a piece of shit. And I love Horror Pack. I don't normally like. And this is not even like on them really, because this is just a movie that they were trying to like distribute and stuff. I respect that, but this was just such a horrible movie. Like, don't even waste your time like watching that movie. Don't buy it or anything when it's in pop-up pack and stuff. Don't even. It sucks. Save your money, save your time. I'm just saying. But yeah, that movie just was a total piece of crap. Total utter piece of crap. So, but next one up is from Big Unks. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Big Unks. I'm gonna just keep going around saying that. Big Unks. Big Unks. Anyway. So he asks, would you rather see a female superhero? Would you rather see? Would you rather see female superhero films or slasher films with a female character? Really good question. I would like to see both. I feel like, I'm not as much into like superhero movies. Like, I love like the original Batman movies from like way back in the day. I love like the original Superman movies and everything. I like, quite a few of the like X-Men movies. Some of the later ones were a little but to really kind of now start to see more female superheroes be in the movies. And I know like with Wonder Woman that came out last year that was so wildly successful, everyone really seemed to like it. I still have not seen that. I do want to see it. It's nice to finally see women actually more as the focus in these movies and not just kind of like a little side character, like in Daredevil, that horrid Daredevil movie and stuff. I want to see more of that, especially in like the superhero universe, because I feel like, even though we've had that in horror movies, I feel like we could still go further with that. But I just feel like this female superheroes, they never were really taken that seriously, or even like the superhero genre in movies wasn't really taken seriously. But it's good to see that, like, as the times are going forward, more and more people are really wanting this, and they're seeing that if it's done well in either sort of genre, people are going to pay money to see it. So I'm just saying, so I'm all for both genres having more female killers, and survivors too, obviously. But because you know what, us females can be killers too. I'm just saying. Pam Voorhees in the house. I'm just saying. But also too, it's good to really see more female focused leads in superhero movies. So yeah, I'm on board for more on both ends. So I'm just saying. And he also asked, second question he asked is, what TV show would I like to most live in? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't watch like that many like TV shows, just because I can't like always keep up with them. I can tell you right now, I feel like I live in like Superstore a lot of times because some of the stuff that they do in that, I'm like, yep, yep. Mm. Um, what to actually live in though? You know what? Is it weird that I kind of want to say that I want to live in the universe of Degrassi, like Degrassi Junior High, Degrassi The Next Generation, just because I don't know. Some of these kids I wanted to slap. You're like, really, really? I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's such a fair question to ask. Oh no, you know what I want to live in? Show I want to live in that only lasted for 2 seasons. I want to live in Dead Like Me. I do. If you've not ever seen that show, watch that show. It's great. That show, or I would say, I know it's an animated show, but Daria. One of those two shows I would love to like live in. I'm just saying. So, whatever. All right, so next up we have a couple of questions from, and I know I'm going to slaughter your last name, and I apologize, Eric Soshka. Like I said, I am so sorry. I know I probably slaughtered your last name. You've been a subscriber of mine for like ages. So you'd think I would know how to say your last name. I don't. I'm sorry. I have the same problem with my last name. No one can ever pronounce my last name correctly. Just saying. But he asks, do you like any mob? Do you like any mob movies? And if so, what's your favorite? I do actually. I do like a few mob movies. Like I like Casino. I really like that one. But one that I liked even more than that, which is sort of, say, no, Casino was kind of considered a sequel, but wasn't really. And that would be Goodfellas. Sorry, brain fart. Goodfellas. I love Goodfellas. I watch that every so often. It's a little bit a longer movie, but it is such a good movie. It's probably my favorite mob movie. To be honest with you, it is great. Maybe I'll do a review on it. I know it's not horror, but whatever. That is definitely my favorite though. My favorite mob type movie. So, and it's based on true story. So whatever. You can't go wrong with that. Just saying. And then technically third question that he has is, what is your favorite sitcom? My favorite sitcom, there's quite a few. I mean, like I like Roseanne. I like Dead Like Me and stuff. But one that I absolutely love that no one really ever seems to know about. I literally know of like two other people, and they're both from work that know about this show. One of the people that I work with, I just found out a couple weeks ago that he actually knows this show and everything, and that is Strangers with Candy. I know I've kind of talked about this show on my channel before. I'm probably going to do another review on this soon, since there's more of you guys subscribe to me and everything, and I love this show. This was on Comedy Central back in 99 to 2000. 3 seasons. It just is so funny. It's so politically incorrect and everything. But because it's so politically incorrect, like you can't even be upset with like some of the stuff that they say and do in here. So, but no, definitely, if you guys have not ever checked that out, check it out. I think it's on like YouTube and stuff. Although I think a lot of the playlist you have to pay for. Don't pay for anything. I would never tell you guys to pay for something, especially on YouTube, especially YouTube. But no, definitely check it out. Or I think you can order it from Amazon for pretty cheap though. Check it out. It's hilarious, especially if you really have like that offbeat sense of humor. You guys will like it. So, next one up, we got a question from Rich over at the Ugly Red Source of All Evil. Another guy you need to go check out. I'm just saying. So he asks, of the following horror/supernatural themed TV shows that are still like on air that haven't been canceled or are still like kind of like within their seasons right now, which are my most and least favorites? And he listed Lucifer, Supernatural, The Exorcist, Channel Zero, Ash versus the Evil Dead, The X-Files, American Horror Story, Walking Dead, and Stranger Things. And as I just kind of said, I do like I'm very behind on a lot of like TV shows just because I feel like I'm always playing catch up. There's still a slew of movies that I'm trying to catch up with. Um, like, I mean, I'm not gonna really like rank a lot of these in order 'cause a lot of them I have not even like watched. Like Lucifer, Supernatural. I've never watched. I've only watched a couple of episodes of The Exorcist, which is actually a really good show. I just once again I have not kept up with it. The ones that I do really like, Ash versus the Evil Dead, The X-Files. I've not kept up with like the current season that they just did. I'm planning on trying to get to that soon. American Horror Story, I watch it every season, even though like this past season they had, it's been a little bit better. It's a little bit better than the two previous seasons before that, Roanoke and Hotel. But I mean, yeah, like I really like that show. I keep watching it, even though I'm always kind of like, okay, this season's probably gonna suck. Whatever. I mean, I do watch Stranger Things. I'm really into Stranger Things. I love it. I think it's such a fun show to watch. But I mean, as for the rest, like I said, I can't even really like rank them or anything, just because I really haven't like invested any time in actually watching these yet. So I plan to. We'll see if I actually ever do. So, but thank you, Rich, for your questions. Thank you to everyone so far for your questions. Next one up is from Joey. Once again, I'm probably going to slaughter your last name. I am sorry. Joey Couture. I know it's not Couture, but I'm going with it. So he asks, what 4 movies in a Blu-ray horror pack would make you shake with excitement? I mean, I think there'd be a lot of like movies. I mean, I know you guys have seen me with some of the movies, like perfect example last month with Volumes Blood 2 and everything. I was happy with. God, there'd be so many movies, and I know even after like this video and everything, I'm going to think of more things that I would have wanted to say for this question. One of which I know I kind of brought up earlier is Identity. Like, I mean, obviously you guys saw that I do own Identity. It's on DVD. I would like to upgrade it. Even if I were to upgrade it to Blu-ray before we ever got that, I would still be really excited for those people who haven't seen it to really be able to, get a chance to watch it, because it's one of those fun movies that I like to watch. Another one that I would love to see is Urban Legends. I love that movie. Like Urban Legends and Candyman, I would love to see in a Blu-ray pack. I really would. Like, I know I could easily go and buy them, but I like to do horror packs to save a little bit of money. I'm just saying. Another one that I would love to see in a Blu-ray pack, Alice, Sweet Alice. I would. And I just watched that the other night on, I think, Amazon Prime, I believe. I mean, it's such a good movie. Like, I want that in a pack badly. Like I said, I mean, there's so many movies that I would love that would just like get me so excited to see in a horror pack, but whatever. Last one though, and I know I kind of made this comment. I just put on their little fan page within the last month. Maximum Overdrive. I would really like to get that in a Blu-ray, even if it's like an exclusive, because I know like whatever sort of Blu-ray that they have is already like out of print, or it's like it would be an import that only plays on like region, I don't know, X or something. I don't even know. I don't know the regions. All I know is I think I'm like region A. I don't even know. I don't know. Sarah, what region are we? I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, those are some that I would love to see. Another one, I know it's kind of like a bad movie, but there's something about it that I like. Zombie Strippers. I don't know, maybe just because there's Jenna Jameson in it. I have the same first name. I don't know. Plus it has Robert Englund. Come on, dude. He makes everything better. He's like Tim Curry like that. Anyway. But no, those are just some movies that I would like. I know I gave you more than 4. I'm sorry. But no, those are just some movies that I would love to like see. in a Blu-ray horror pack. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So thank you, Joey, for your questions. Next one up is from Retro Horror. And they ask, I was gonna say he. Sorry, I don't know if you're male or female. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, sorry, I don't want to rock the boat. Um, they ask, what horror movie scared you the most when you first saw it? Now here's the thing, because I mean, I get scared by movies, but it's more of like a creeped out type of feel. Because I mean, I've been watching these for so long and everything. I mean, one of the ones that I do remember really getting kind of like scared about was um, when I was younger, first getting into horror movies, the very end of Friday the 13th. That jump scare with Jason coming out, I, for the longest time, could not watch that. It terrified me so much. I mean, I can watch that scene now, but that scene totally just like, oh, it creeped me out. It really did. Another one that kind of like, once again, not necessarily like scared me, but it does creep me out even to this day a little bit. And that is the gate. Mainly with the workman who falls out of like the wall. That freaks me out because like my house is a very old house. You could hear everything in this house. Like the walls are almost like, I don't want to say like paper thin, but they're pretty thin. You can hear everything. So it's just like anytime like I hear like a crack or something or a creak, and especially if it's like at night or something, if it's like in the middle of the night, I'm like, I'm like, oh god, something better not be coming out of my window, like, or out of my wall. Like it creeps me out. It does. So I mean, like things like that really kind of creep me out. So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, so we got a couple more questions, a few more questions, you guys. Hang in there. So up next, we have a couple of questions from Chance Pryor, another one of my longtime subscribers. And he asks, what horror movie killer frightens you the most? Probably Pinhead. Like, I'm not the biggest into, like, the Hellraiser franchise, but god dang it, Hellraiser scares the shit out of me, dude. Like, and all this little Cinnabite, like, that just, That's actually probably one that scares me even more. Candyman. Candyman scares the shit out of me. I mean, I adore Tony Todd. I think he's incredibly sexy in that role, but, you get me to say Candyman in the mirror 5 times. Yeah, that mirror back there, I ain't saying Candyman. Catch me outside. How about that? Actually, don't catch me outside. I know, but I mean, he totally just, I think because he executes that character so well, it just, but yeah. And then he also asked, what do I usually do on Halloween? I mean, it depends, especially over, like, the last, like, I was gonna say, like, the last decade, but it's almost more like the last 23 years. That's how old my oldest niece is. A lot of times we'll actually, I'll find my way over to, like, my brother's house or my sister's house, hang out with the kids and stuff, take them trick-or-treating or see them trick-or-treat and stuff, watch a couple of horror movies with them and stuff. But normally, though, usually, I like to, like, really binge watch on some movies and stuff, like, because I know Chance even asked, like, do you do hay rides and stuff, whatnot, like, what do you do? Do you party? I don't really do the whole party thing or anything, but, like, I don't do hay rides. I don't even know if we have any hay rides around here, dude. I have no idea. We have, like, I know there's, like, a ton of haunted houses and stuff that are set up. I never go because I'm so chicken shit to go in there, even though I know it's, like, some kind of, I know that's all it is, but it scares the crap out of me. I know every year a bunch of people are always like, let's go to, like, Shoe Factory Road, which is supposed to be pretty haunted. There's a bunch of different, like, legit, like, haunted places. Like, I know I've talked about, like, Munger Road and everything around here. Shoe Factory Road, Resurrection Cemetery near Chicago is haunted. Like, everyone's always like, dude, you should go with us. You're the perfect person to go. And I'm like, fuck that shit. But I mean, basically, my Halloweens are usually pretty kind of like, whatever, I mean, usually play it pretty low. Actually, I wouldn't mind going trick-or-treating. I'm just saying. That's not weird, right? I think adults should be able to go trick-or-treating, too. I'm just saying. But that might be a little creepy, just saying, because there could be some weirdos out there, so maybe not the greatest idea. Anyway, so next up, we got a couple questions from Zachary Haith, another longtime subscriber of mine. And he was actually also, like I stated a few minutes ago, I know he also was asking about the Are You Afraid of the Dark reviews. Already answered that one. Hopefully we'll get back to that series. He asked about my chest tattoo, and I'm assuming it's probably as I'm like pulling down, I don't know how well you guys can see that. There's a bit of you see part of my tattoo here. It is actually a fairy blowing out the initials of my nieces and nephew. Love them to death. I do, even though I'm not the biggest person on kids or anything. Love them to death. I pretty much would do just about anything for them. So, I just wanted to get it, after my nephew was born, because I know that's pretty much all the 3 nieces and nephews that I have. I know that's pretty much all we're going to have. Neither my sister and her husband or my brother and his wife, his wife, are going to have any more kids. And I know for a fact that my other sister is not going to have kids. She's like me. She's like, we don't want kids. But yeah, after, my nephew was born, he's the youngest, I was like, all right, let's do it. I want to get something, because I love him. I love him. And I do have another one. I don't know how well you guys are going to see this, but there is one over here. You guys can't really see it. Sorry. It's a razor blade with a little bit of blood coming out of it. I know it seems a little weird, but there is a story to that one. I've never mentioned this, or I think I mentioned it once on my channel like forever ago, but I actually had a still semi do, but I had a very long running problem with self-harm. If you couldn't tell, with the razor blade, I was a cutter. I never really got proper help for it or anything. It wasn't really talked much about or among my family or anything. So I never got like help for it or anything. So I've been really trying to like just deal with it on my own, trying to get better on my own. So that's there for me to just like a daily reminder of the struggle and how far I've come with the addiction and everything. So, but yeah, those are my 2 tattoo stories behind my 2 tattoos and everything. Thank you for letting me share that, you guys. Last one up from Zachary Haith is, what kind of music do you like? I know I did kind of pretty much answer this with my boo, Lyle's question. I'm pretty down for like any sort of like music. I love music and everything, whether it's kind of like dancey, bluesy, whatever. But I'm mainly more into like classic rock and everything. But I'm like a sponge with music. I just love music. Give me some good tunes and everything, and I'm all good, man. So, and last one up is from Cynical Reviews. He has favorite movie from the previous year. Now, I have not seen that many movies from 2017. I watched a lot of movies in 2017, but not that many. I have seen Split, Get Out, the new It movie, The Babysitter, Better Watch Out. So, I mean, this might not be like a totally fair judgment, but you know what? I mean, I'll say my favorite one. I think I'll go with like Get Out, because I did really like that. It was something different. It was. I know it wasn't completely different. I know we've had similar movies in the past like it, but I really did enjoy it. I felt like it was worth most of the hype that it had and everything. Plus, just like to me, it had a pretty solid story. I know it has its flaws and everything, but no, it was a good movie. I liked it, so I'll say that so far is my favorite from 2017. Like I said, I'm only, I have not seen every single 2017 movie or even like a huge amount. So, and that's why you guys didn't see like the best worst list for 2017 for me. Just because I didn't see enough movies. I'm sorry. I know there are better movies that came out last year and everything, but whatever. So yeah, that will conclude our Q&A. You guys, once again, thank you so much for all of you who are asking questions and everything. Really great questions. I loved it. It's been a long while since I've done a Q&A video, so I had fun doing it, you guys. Till next time, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.